So I should say who I am. My name is Lynn Gambin, and I am an associate professor at the Department of Economics at Memorial University, and I will be your moderator today. It is my pleasure to welcome you to this event that has been organized by the principal investigators of CARE, the Collaborative Applied Research and Economics Group at Memorial University. And these principal investigators are Dr. Wade Locke, who just entered the room, Professor Scott Lynch, and Dr. Doug May. And today's event is also supported by AIPR, the Atlantic Institute for Policy Research of the University of New Brunswick, and its program director, Dr. Herb Emery. I would like to thank the conference organizers for inviting me to be involved today, as this is a really valuable opportunity to hear various perspectives on the province's current situation, on the path that brought us here, and on the approaches and priorities that we can think about for the future. I should also note that video recordings of today's proceedings and copies of the presentations will be made available to all of you and to members of the public on the CARE website as soon as we can get them up after today's event. What CARE has set out as its mission from the start is to promote applied economic research within the region with a view of facilitating enhanced understanding of our economies and the associated wider social impacts. A central part of CARE's activities has been to provide accessible information, data, and evidence to the general public to help inform important economic debates and discussions. And today's event is just another example of exactly that, an opportunity for further informed discussion and debate about critical issues facing the province and the region, and importantly, an opportunity to consider future actions. So as I said, today's program is packed, and this reflects, of course, a lot of hard work by the organizers, and we are grateful to all of our speakers who are joining us here in the room and also virtually. We are also very grateful for the high level of interest from the public and to you, all of our members of the audience here and online. Before I begin, I also need to extend gratitude to our secretarial staff in the Department of Economics, Ms. Katie Flood and Ms. Janine Cruz, who have taken care of so many of the arrangements for today too. We have a lot to get through, said that a couple of times, and we do want to ensure that we have equal time for each of our speakers, and we also want to have sufficient time for questions from the audience. So I will be enforcing that. I will be moderating, notifying our speakers of how much time they have remaining. I do have signs that I will hold up as necessary. And so each speaker is going to have 30 minutes, and then we'll have 10 minutes of questions from the audience, and we'll try to take questions from people in the room. So there are 2 microphones positioned in the room. So if you have a question at the end of a speaker's presentation, please make your way to the microphone. And of course, if there's a queue, please keep it physically spaced. In WebEx, if you're viewing at home or in some other location, you can type your questions into the chat box and we'll try to get to those as well. The questions are a really important part of today, and that's why we have to be strict on time. We want to get to as many questions as we can, and I'm asking too that the people asking questions keep their questions relevant and relatively brief and succinct, and that will allow us to hear from as many people as possible and also allow for time for those questions to be responded to. As the issues up for discussion today are really vitally important for the province and the people that are connected to this place, emotions will undoubtedly play a part. That said, all of our discussions and interactions are expected to be civil, respectful, and relevant to everyone here today, including those in the audience online and the online speakers too. We also appreciate speakers, and those asking questions, as I said, will be mindful of the time constraints we're facing. The overall objective is to engage in informative and constructive discussion so that we can hopefully come away with a bit more clarity, some new ideas and knowledge, and a real focus on what's important for the future of the province. So with all of that, again, I'd like to welcome you today. And this is my first public event in a while, so it's nice to be out again. Your conference program includes biographical information on each of our speakers, so my introductions are going to be very brief. So our first speaker, without further ado, this morning is here with us in person, so please welcome the Honourable Siobhan Cody.